Let's begin by introducing you to the animator's best friend and constant companion, the animation control group in the toolbar. It uses familiar VCR-like controls, such as the record button. The record button does just that. It records keyframes. When you manipulate an object at various frame numbers, you can press the record button and you will set the keyframe that will record your manipulation. By right-clicking on the record button, brings up the Set Keyframe panel where you can enable or disable auto record. With auto record enabled, TrueSpace will automatically set your keyframes for you after you manipulate an object. Let's expand the toolbar to show all the functions and show the rewind features, such as rewind to a single frame, rewind to the previous keyframe, and rewind to the beginning of the animation. Next is the frame counter. The frame counter keeps track of where you are in your animation and has a nice spinner that you can left click and drag left or right to step through your animation. You guessed it, this is the play button. This is where you can preview your animation within TrueSpace. These are the fast forward or advance buttons. Advance a single frame, advance to the next keyframe, or advance to the end of your animation. By right-clicking on the play button, brings up the animation parameters panel. In the section labeled Draw, you can select between Object or Scene. If you select Object, only the current selected object will animate in the preview. If you select Scene, then all animated objects will show in the preview. Base rate is either NTSC, PAL, or Film, and this allows you to set a base frame rate when TrueSpace generates your animation. Next is the start and end frames. This allows you to select just a segment of your animation for preview. In this instance, we will start at frame 10 and play through frame 30. You can select and change either the start or the end or both so that you can fine-tune your animation. We'll reset these back to their proper numbers, and we'll show you the other checkboxes. This is toggle. Toggle will play to the end of the animation and then rewind back to frame 0. Loop will play forward through your animation and then go back to frame 0 and play it again constantly until you press escape to break out of it. Reset to 0 plays your animation forward one time and then returns to frame 0.